Let stuff kick on. Here, let's get that tweeted. And let's get that tweeted. Feeling like today I should keep like cool, chill, groovy voice going on for the podcast. We'll do a little of this kind of old school FM radio. No, we're not going to do that. Okay, I think these are all connecting. I've got that set up there. Alex Morgan just joined the Periscope. Okay, I think that means we're ready. And we're live. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, tech fans of all sorts and shapes and sizes and persuasions, welcome to another Monday morning Tech Chat show. I'm Juan Carlos Bagnell, alias some gadget guy on the internet. I like to talk about technology things, and I like to get your view on technology things. Aditya Anil in the live chat, Renato Laporte. I've got a couple stories requested by Renato and some comments from him. And this is one of those podcasts where there's a lot of audience participation, and I like to get into conversations and debates with folks while producing the show, while doing it live. We'll do it live. And so this is where we also circle back to some of the tech stories over the last week that maybe didn't get the attention they deserved, or we just want to talk about a little bit more. Tech news usually isn't super heavy on a Monday morning, but that's why we want to get your tech week started off right. So echoing Tech Leathercraft, Hadid Tamimi, my buddy Andrew at Fat Produce. I hope everyone had a kick-ass weekend. I agree, Andrew. I hope you all had a great weekend. I had a very chill weekend. It was mostly just a get chores done kind of weekend, but lots of shenanigans with the Rugrat. Lex and Marie were in pretty rare form this week, so it was a fun weekend for me. Right off the bat, Sivanazan, what do you think about the Poco phone? I think the Poco phone is an amazing accomplishment in further showcasing how you can drive costs lower on higher performance hardware. So we can make these kinds of compromises to achieve lower price points. Often manufacturers will try to impress with a phone that looks really pretty but then has kind of mediocre internals or kind of slower internals. And the Poco phone seems to be doing something a little bit different, where taking little pieces away from a number of different elements of that phone performance and maintaining some high performance internal hardware. So that is, I think that's a totally valid approach to trying to make a high performance mid-ranger, or it's near the upper tier, like the Venn diagram overlap between entry-level phones and mid-ranger phones is now somewhere around that $200 to $300 price point. I think one of the things that's been frustrating is watching. I got into kind of like a Twitter discussion. It wasn't really a fight. Most people that were tweeting me were agreeing with me that The Verge's article was pretty heavily slanted against this phone because they just cut so many corners, and it was just this cheap, plasticky, toy-feeling phone. And that's again, it was like with no sense of perspective, with no sense of irony, this author at The Verge decided that I wasn't going to like the phone, and I was going to try and scare people away from it by saying that it was cheap, and that you shouldn't buy it. You should only buy nice-feeling phones, or, I don't know, like glass is the only way that you can make a phone nice these days, which, again, it was sort of the epitome of everything that I've talked about in terms of letting your bias take over as some kind of objectivity, where if you start the conversation saying only a Samsung or only an iPhone can be judged at the winner